When it comes to mythical Pokemon, power isn't just measured in strength or battle prowess. Some wield subtle, mysterious abilities that reshape emotions and ecosystems in ways you might not expect. Let's dive into one such Pokemon, a gentle guardian of the seas whose unique power lies in connection rather than raw force. Here's why this small blue wonder stands out among the legends. Manaphy. Manaphy might look like the tiniest, most fragile water-dwelling Pokemon you've ever seen, a baby blue blob with stubby limbs and a red gem on its chest. But don't let that delicate design fool you. This water-type mythical Pokemon from Generation 4 holds a power that's less about destruction and more about swapping hearts, literally. Its signature ability, Heart Swap, lets Manaphy exchange the emotional state or consciousness between any two creatures, even bridging humans and Pokemon. It rewrites the rules of connection and friendship rather than brute force. Before you dismiss it as just a cute gimmick, hear me out. Manaphy isn't blowing up cities or warping reality like some mythicals, but its influence runs deep. It guards marine ecosystems by creating emotional and psychic bonds, not by physical strength. The anime even shows Heart Swap switching personalities between humans and Pokemon, breaking barriers no other Pokemon can touch. It's about shifting perspectives and forging empathy on a profound psychic level. Manaphy's body is roughly 80% water, making it physically vulnerable, yet its psychic reach crosses species easily. Not a sea god or a world destroyer, it's a mystical diplomat connecting hearts and minds. Which isn't your typical most powerful move, but that subtlety is Manaphy's strength. If you think subtle emotional influence isn't power, wait until you hear about Shaymin and its explosive magic. Shaymin. Shaymin might look like a cute, grassy hedgehog, but it's actually a mythical Pokemon, with one of the most powerful environmental roles in the entire franchise. Before you think it's just a pretty pocket pet, hear me out. Shaymin is basically a living symbol of nature's gratitude and renewal, able to purify whole ecosystems. Officially, Shaymin has two forms, its default land form, a grass-type hedgehog, and its sky form, a grass/flying type that looks like a sleek deer. This transformation happens only when Shaymin is exposed to a special flower called Grassidea during the day. The land forma is grounded nature, while the sky forme represents hope taking flight, like nature saying, "There's always a new day." Shaymin's most impressive power is cleansing polluted air and healing damaged environments. In the movie Giratina and the Sky Warrior, Shaymin purifies tainted forests and counters the reverse world's negative energies. It literally sucks toxins from the air and ground, restoring balance so life can thrive again. But these powers usually work in local natural areas. Shaymin isn't about fighting, it's about healing. What makes Shaymin stand out is being a nature spirit, quiet but crucial, and the emotional themes it carries. Gratitude for life, nature's cycles, and hope even in hard times. It's not flashy or destructive, but this gentle power is a strength that demands respect. Fans debate if the sky form is stronger, but both forms are two halves of Shaymin's core identity, Earth and Sky. It shows not all power comes from combat, some comes from love for the planet. If you like a Pokemon healing the world one flower at a time, next is Jirachi, the little wish granter with a cosmic twist. Jirachi. Jirachi is not your average mythical. This little steel/psychic star is known as the Wish Pokemon, but with a catch. It sleeps for 1,000 years, only awakening briefly when the Millennium Comet passes by, making it less a constant force and more a cosmic bridge between dreams and reality. And honestly, that sleep cycle alone makes Jirachi one of the rarest mythicals out there. Before you start imagining it as some all-powerful genie, here's the thing. While it's said to grant any wish written on the notes attached to its head during this fleeting awakening, canon suggests it doesn't poof things into existence out of thin air. Instead, Jirachi teleports them from somewhere else, which is still incredibly powerful but much less universe-bending than unlimited creation. The lore paints Jirachi's power as concentrated around wish manipulation, tethered tightly to cosmic timing. Its presence is almost symbolic, a rare cosmic event where human hopes meet celestial forces. In the 2003 movie Jirachi, Wishmaker, the Pokemon's energy gets exploited to awaken ancient powers, showing that its magic can be a catalyst for bigger events without being outright destructive. This combo of fierce potency and limited availability makes Jirachi fascinating. It's a powerful but fleeting connector between human desire and cosmic phenomena, a being whose impact depends heavily on timing and intent rather than raw force. So it's not rewriting reality itself, but more like a rare cosmic delivery service. If you think Jirachi's limited awakening and wish-based power sounds subtle, wait till you hear about another mythical that literally bends time itself. Syllabus is often called the time travel Pokemon, but it's far more than just a walking clock. It's a dual psychic/grass mythical intimately tied to nature and time, acting as the guardian of Ilex Forest in the Johto region. Before you imagine it as some kind of cosmic time god, hear me out. Celebi's power focuses on protecting the forest's timeline, preserving ecological continuity rather than rewriting or controlling all time. Official sources and the Pokemon Forever movie show Celebi traveling across time, including literally carrying Sammy decades forward in time, which is about a 40-year jump. This isn't just teleportation or a blink and you miss it trick, it's targeted and local time travel with a purpose, to safeguard the forest's past, present, and future. Celebi's nature-based abilities conjure vines and thorns to protect its home. Wherever it appears, lush greenery flourishes, which ties into its role as a symbol of hope and renewal across time. It's not out to reshape history or the universe. Instead, it gently patrols moments and places where nature's continuity could be threatened. Here's where it gets interesting. While Celebi can leap across eras, it never shows feats like resetting entire timelines or intervening in cosmic battles. Its time travel is intimate and intentional, usually limited to the forest realm or carrying out quiet acts of ecological preservation. That makes Celebi a unique blend of time traveler and environmental guardians, bridging two powerful themes in one mythical body. This grounding makes its story especially compelling. You're watching a Pokemon whose temporal journeys are less about flashy power and more about quietly maintaining life's delicate balance. But if you think Celebi is powerful, wait until you hear about Mew's role as the ancestor of all Pokemon and its staggering genetic potential. Mew is the ultimate genetic wildcard of the Pokemon world. It's famous for being the ancestor of almost every Pokemon species, containing the DNA of nearly all known creatures. But here's the kicker. It's not some cosmic creator god blasting planets apart or warping reality on a universal scale. Instead, Mew's power lies in pure potential and adaptability. Before you dismiss it as just a cute pink cat, hear me out. Mew can learn nearly every single move available in the entire Pokemon universe. Every technical machine, hidden machine, and move tutor technique, with only a few obscure exceptions, falls within its grasp. So, whether it's blasting fire, punching with fighting moves, or summoning psychic powers, Mew can master it all. That versatility alone makes it arguably the most unpredictable fighter ever. Plus, Mew has a few sneaky tricks up its sleeve. It can turn invisible at will, disappearing from sight completely, and it can transform into any Pokemon it faces, copying their exact moves and battle style. That invisibility combined with perfect mimicry gives Mew an elusive edge nobody can easily pin down. The real power is in the genetics. Mew's DNA is the original blueprint for almost every natural Pokemon. It's like the primordial ancestor holding the keys to an entire biological database. This means Mew isn't just powerful in battle, it's fundamentally important to the existence of Pokemon life itself. But unlike Arceus, which is credited with creating the universe, Mew's role is more subtle. It's the starting point, the genetic foundation. Its might isn't in raw destruction or cosmic feats, but in limitless possibility. It's the ultimate wildcard, capable of adapting to any fight, any environment. So Mew may look unassuming, but messing with it means facing a Pokemon that can outlearn, out-adapt, and out-invisible any opponent. If you thought Darkrai's nightmare powers were wild, wait until you see the genetic master of all Pokemon next, Darkrai. Darkrai is like the nightmare that refuses to end. And it's not just about spooking a single person. This dark-type mythical doesn't just cause bad dreams, it can mentally hijack entire towns, and I can prove it. On the surface, Darkrai is known for its signature ability, Bad Dreams, which deals damage to anyone caught sleeping. Its move Dark Void can instantly plunge multiple opponents into slumber at once, amplifying the fear it instills. The official lore paints it as the bringer of nightmares, a shadowy figure lurking in the sleep of humans and Pokemon alike, feeding off their fear. But here's where it gets weird. Darkrai isn't just some villain who loves horror for horror's sake. It operates within a strange lunar mythos directly opposite Cresselia, the Pokemon associated with pleasant dreams, and the crescent moon. Darkrai's power peaks around the new moon, tying it to cycles of darkness, mystery, and even balance. So, is Darkrai a merciless terror or a misunderstood guardian who uses nightmares as a shield against greater threats? Consider what happens in the Rise of Darkrai movie, where it traps an entire town in nightmares to protect it from a spatial distortion disaster. It's mass psychological domination on a scale that bends minds rather than destroys buildings. Darkrai's realm is the dreamscape, an alternate plane of existence where it reigns supreme by influencing unconscious fears and pulling entire populations into its domain. Unlike Pokemon, who build or destroy physically, like Arceus or Deoxys, Darkrai's power is mental and ambiguous, rooted in the intangible nightmare realm. It's terrifying because it's invisible, operating beneath the surface of reality itself. And that moral ambiguity, whether protector or predator, adds layers to its mythic presence. But if you think the Lunar Nightmare Puppet Master is creepy, wait until you hear about Deoxys, the cosmic space virus with multiple deadly forms. Deoxys. Deoxys isn't your average mythical Pokemon. It's basically an alien virus evolved into a living combat machine. Born from a space virus mutated by a strange laser beam, Deoxys embodies extraterrestrial power and adaptability. It has 4 forms: normal, attack, defense, and speed, and can switch between them by interacting with specific meteorites. Think of it as the ultimate battle shapeshifter, changing its body to boost offense, defense, or speed. No other mythical matches its level of combat versatility. But here's where Deoxys truly goes next level. It doesn't just fight on Earth. In canon and media, Deoxys has legendary battles with Rayquaza in outer space. These aren't normal fights, they're interstellar duels where Deoxys regenerates damaged limbs mid-battle and even clones itself to overwhelm foes. It survives intense laser blasts and reforms from near destruction, making it more cosmic predator than typical Pokemon. Its rivalry with Rayquaza isn't just lore padding, it's proof Deoxys is a cosmic threat that can challenge the franchise's most powerful legendary dragons. While Rayquaza controls sky and atmosphere, Deoxys is the alien invader, bringing eerie extraterrestrial energy to their clashes. Its psychokinetic powers let it manipulate energy beams and restructure itself at the molecular level, pushing mythical combat into sci-fi territory rarely seen in Pokemon. Power-wise, Deoxys is near the top of mythical Pokemon ranks. It's often placed just below Arceus, since while it can't shape reality, it dominates combat with skill, resilience, and raw alien power. The ability to clone itself and regenerate means it effectively fights with infinite chances to adapt, a nightmare for any opponent. What makes Deoxys fascinating is how it breaks the mythical mold. Rather than being mystical or legendary, it's the ultimate space invader, a fusion of virus-borne mutation, psychic energy, and relentless combat adaptability. It represents survival and evolution on a cosmic battlefield. If you thought shapeshifting and cloning were wild, wait until we dive into other mythicals with their own unique powers. Other notable mythicals? You might think the mythical roster stops with the usual suspects, but there's a whole group of lesser-known mythicals packing some wild powers that often get overlooked. Take Victini, for example, officially the victory Pokemon and basically a walking endless energy source. Infinite energy isn't just flavor text. Lore implies Victini can fuel attacks and potentially entire battles without ever tiring. Then there's Hoopa, who blurs the line between mythical and legendary by manipulating hyperspace itself. Its unbound form can open rings that summon legendary Pokemon from other dimensions, making it a kind of interdimensional summoner with reality warping reach. That kind of power brings a scale and versatility that rivals some of the top mythicals. Magarna offers something totally unique with its Soul Heart, a mechanical Pokemon designed to store the life force of countless others. This gives it a kind of life energy reservoir that could theoretically fuel massive battles or revive fainted companions, straddling the line between technology and magic. Genesect, meanwhile, is a prehistoric bug Pokemon modified with futuristic weaponry. It's armed to the teeth with powerful cannons and tech upgrades, making it a combat beast that can deal damage rivaling many legendaries. Marshadow adds stealth and mimicry to the mythical mix, able to hide in shadows and perfectly copy opponents' moves, turning it into a shadowy wildcard nobody expects. What's fascinating about these mythicals is that despite their varied powers, from infinite energy and hyperspace manipulation to life force control and advanced technology, they all share a rarity that separates them from conventional legendaries. Their roles and abilities expand what we think of as mythical Pokemon, showing that this group isn't just side characters but key players with abilities that challenge or even surpass top-tier mythicals in certain domains. So they don't just fill out a roster, they deepen the mythical universe's complexity, making this corner of Pokemon lore richer and more unpredictable. But if you think these are impressive, wait until you meet the creator of it all. Arceus. Arceus isn't just another powerful mythical Pokemon. It's the original one, the godlike creator of the entire Pokemon universe. According to Sinnoh mythology, Arceus existed before anything else. It hatched from an egg floating in nothingness, alone in the void before time and space even existed. Then it shaped the cosmos itself, molding time, space, and distortion with its 1,000 arms. That's right, Arceus didn't just win a battle or save a region, it made the entire universe Pokemon inhabit. Before you dismiss this as just lore fluff, hear me out. This isn't subtle. The Sinnoh legends credit Arceus with birthing the legendary trios, Dialga governing time, Palkia controlling space, and Giratina embodying antimatter and distortion. It practically created the rules and forces that shape the Pokemon multiverse. Even the game mechanics reflect this authority. Arceus is a normal type by default, but can shift into almost any type by holding special elemental plates. Each plate represents a fundamental force: fire, water, grass, electric, psychic. So Arceus literally masters every elemental power. That flexibility perfectly symbolizes its cosmic control. And that's not some gameplay convenience, it directly expresses Arceus as the original one, a being more powerful than any other mythical or legendary. Others may master time, dreams, or DNA, but Arceus owns reality itself. Everything else flows from its creation. Mew might be the ancestor of all Pokemon species, but Arceus created the very fabric that allows those species, including Mew, to exist. In Pokemon Legends Arceus, this role takes center stage, showing just how foundational and omnipotent Arceus is. Unlike Deoxys' gritty space battles or Darkrai's nightmare realm, Arceus' power unfolds on a scale nearly beyond comprehension. It literally birthed existence, wielding infinite power over the very universe. Every other mythical Pokemon, no matter how strong, is a child of Arceus' design. Here's where it gets weirder. Despite its supreme status, Arceus is classified as mythical, not legendary. Mythicals are meant to be rare, event-exclusive beings, yet none are more godlike than Arceus. This odd taxonomy confuses fans, but shows that in Pokemon, power and rarity don't always match. Arceus is the ultimate primal force, the origin and overseer of all others, a true celestial architect. Community debates often pit Arceus against Mew. Is the ancestor stronger than the creator? Canon settles this by linking universe creation to Arceus and genetic origin to Mew. So no matter how many moves Mew learns, or how adaptive it gets, Arceus' cosmic designer role puts it at the absolute peak of power. To spell it out, Arceus' existence before time and space, its egg origin in the void, its ability to shift elemental types, and its mythic creation of legendary forces place it in a god-tier class all on its own. It's not just powerful, it's the foundation, the root, the alpha, and omega of Pokemon hierarchy. If you thought other mythicals were impressive, Arceus quietly rules from its throne above them all. It's the ultimate force, shaping the entire Pokemon multiverse. Nothing even comes close. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, click the video on the screen now.